Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back. We are live again. 31 days to build your online platform. It is day 18 and we are rocking and rolling. Hey, Jackie. Hey, thanks for joining. Let me swing this around. Hey, hey. Woo, that's always a feat. Hey, Ebony. Trying to swing this around. Hey, baby Tom. Thanks for joining. Trying to swing that around and get it together all in one piece, but I think I did it. Okay, great. Good. Hi, Tracy, life coach. Hey, thanks for joining. It's Friday night. What are y'all doing? Why are y'all here on Periscope? It's Friday night. Y'all supposed to be out, partying, doing some dancing or something. And that's exactly how I dance when I go out, just like that. But no, I'm so glad that y'all are here because I'm here as well. Actually, I just finished dinner and I am ready to go for day 18. Hey, Renee. Hey, Elena. Work. Don't start because I'll start dancing. You're a homebody person. Same here. Friday night. Okay, good. You're getting ready to go out. Awesome. Happy 40th. Hanging with your kids. That is okay with me. I have we're actually about to hit spring break. So I'm pretty excited. My son is very excited. He came home and he was like, spring break has just started. So it's exciting. So thanks for you guys for joining me. I wasn't expecting a whole lot of people on tonight, but my favorite people are here. So I'm so excited. Okay, we are rocking and rolling. Let me pull up my notes. I've got some really good stuff for you guys tonight, like actionable. I'm going to be swinging my screen around so you can see exactly where I go to get my press mentions. Spring break ended today. Oh man, I know how that feels. So I'm glad I am starting it. Awesome. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining. Welcome to 31 Days to Build Your Online Platform. I'm so excited to host each and every single one of these episodes, I guess, each and every single one of these topics. This series is for you if you are a blogger, if you are a small business owner, if you are a life coach, if you are a health coach, if you are a service-based entrepreneur and you're looking to stand out online, right? So how can you do that if you don't have a platform to stand on? That's what this series is all about. I'm teaching you exactly what you need to do to build your platform from the ground up. This series, 31 Days to Build Your Online Platform, is brought to you by the Actionista Summit, and you can go to actionistasummit.com in order to register. It's an absolutely free virtual conference where we're going to be coming together and teaching you how to grow your platform. Now that you've built it, you've got your website together, you have all your branding, it looks great. And now you're trying to figure out how to grow and how to actually find your tribe, connect with them, and create those products and services that they can't wait to buy from you and they want to work with you and no one else. Hey, Michelle, thank you for joining. So I will go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Letitia Stiles. I am a digital marketing strategist and I help women entrepreneurs find new clients online by building an online platform. That includes everything from setting up a website, your social media, and putting into place the systems that can bring you an automatic flow of clients. This is exactly how I run my business. You know, I wake up in the morning, I check my calendar, I'm like, okay, what calls do I have today? I get on those calls. I help we usually do a 15 to 20 minute strategy call. I help them and provide tips. And then at the end of it, I tell them how they can work with me. And then that's how I booked all of my one-on-one clients. So if that's an example of what you do, if you gain clients from a discovery call or a consultation call, then the series is perfect for you because I'm teaching you exactly what to do to put all that in place. So just like Tracy just did, please take a moment, swipe to the right if you're on an iPhone or swipe up if you're on Android, and go ahead and share it. You can also tap the little dude in the corner and that will allow you to, you'll see my profile and you'll be able to share from there. And go ahead and bring in your Perry peeps, anyone else who's chilling on Friday night like us. All right. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the Actionista Summit is absolutely free. And the link is in my bio also. So I don't know if I mentioned that, but I wanted to go ahead and do that. Hello, execution coach. I like that. I'm all about taking action. That's why I say actionista. We are actionistas because we're taking action. So I love that, execution. All right. Tonight. I'm bringing my notes up now. We are talking about how you can get press mentions. This used to be sort of an elusive topic for me. I really was like, I want to be in the news. Like someone should be writing about me and what I'm doing in my story. And it wasn't that I was like conceited or I thought that, I was like this special snowflake and no one else was. It was just that I felt like, I was doing something that was newsworthy. I graduated college. I couldn't find a job and I made my own job. That should be news, right? And so I sort of along the way, I learned from a lot of people and I went to the Financial Blogger Conference the second year that it was in operation. And while I was there was someone who said, hey, you can get press mentions. You just have to go to this website and start pitching yourself. And I was like, how did I not know about this? So that's what I'm going to share with you tonight. I'm not only going to share with you where you need to go in order to get press mentions, but I'm going to share with you sort of some tips and tricks that no one really talks about. Because the obvious things that you can do don't often lead to the press mentions that you're looking for. I'm also going to, let me pull it up now. I'm also going to share with you my press page, which is a great way for you to get press mentions. Yes, I will explain what press mentions are. So this is one of my flyers actually just got done. Do you see here where it says Forbes, Madame Noir, MTV, and The Economist? Those are media mentions. So I've been quoted in Forbes. I had an article where I did a quote for Madame Noir. MTV Online shared one of my YouTube videos and included me in a quote. And The Economist did like a full feature on me talking about my student loans. And it was because I had the video on YouTube where I was talking about my student loans. So like I said, you have to build your platform first. You have to figure out exactly where you need to be and build up your voice and have your solid branding before you start getting press mentions. But it doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to make sure you do have a platform in place. So I'm going to tell you, show you exactly how to do it. Before I start, like I said, I guess someone wanted to see that. So I'll show you my press page. This is the press page that I have for if someone's in the media, if there's a journalist or someone wants to speak with me. This is the page that I sort of either direct them to or they might find it. So let me swing this around and I'll show you. Ooh, okay. So this is basically my homepage, and this is what's called a press or media kit. All right. On this page, I have a video because one of my primary mediums is video. And so I have an example showing, the type of video that I've done. Here's something that I did for the local station here in Memphis. And then I say, hey, I'm in Memphis. I'm available for last minute or planned media segments or Skype segments. I also did a recent segment with Tommy Loren of the Blaze TV. And that was a Skype segment, but that was also a media segment. I'll show you a photo of that in a minute. So I'm just telling anyone that's in the press, like, this is where I've been mentioned. And like, essentially, here's the proof, right? So here's The Economist. This is where I was mentioned in The Economist. And then U.S. News. I've been quoted in U.S. News and Money for tips for college grads. In Forbes, I was quoted in Forbes also for my, this is all was done through Young Finances. So that was my business. That's how I built my platform as a millennial personal finance expert. So I was quoted in Forbes, U.S. News again. And then I also include, an example of my speaking engagements and video. So some press mentions that I get, they want to include video, or they or they're doing an article and I'm like, hey, actually, I have a video talking about that. That's how I got my video listed in MTV News, because the young lady that was interviewing me, we talked about the topic, and then I said, oh, by the way, I have a video that goes along with this topic, and she placed the video in the article. All right, and so I tell people how you can contact me. So part of your online platform should include some sort of press page, even if you don't have any press mentions yet. Okay, you should include, hey, these are the topics that I am familiar with, that I'm well versed in, that I talk about. And as you're doing guest posts, those are the first things that you can put on there and say, hey, I was featured on this podcast. I was featured in this blog. I was featured on this article, because that's sort of where you start. Okay. Now, once you have your press page, and like I said, it doesn't have to be, super extensive. Start with what you have. Once you have your press page, and if you've been listening the last 2 days, right? Yesterday we talked about podcasts, becoming a guest on a podcast, and the day before we talked about how you can get guest posting. Once you have those two, then it's, or at least one of them, then you can start pitching for press opportunities. All right. So once you have your press page and you're like, hey, this is me, this is who I am, this is what I do, then what I want you to do is I want you to go to this website called Help a Reporter Out. Okay. And let's swing this around. Okay. This is how I've gotten the majority of my press mentions. I use a service called Help a Reporter Out, and I am a source for journalists. So there is no human being named U.S. News and World Report, right? There is a human being that writes for U.S. News and World Report. So that human being that writes for them, they often need someone to provide a quote, someone to be an interview source. And this is a great service that brings together journalists and sources. Okay. That was kind of country. I was like, sources. So it's just helpareporter.com, and that'll take you right here, and you just click I am a source. Okay. When you sign up, you are going to start getting emails. You'll get a lot of emails, but that's okay. You're going to get an email that looks like this. All right. So this came in, when did this come in? Yesterday, March 17th. All right. You're going to get an email that looks like this from Help a Reporter, and you're going to get these sections that say, hey, this is what we're looking for. I need allergists to comment on a recent study. If you were in the health field, you would click on that, and whatever they say that they're looking for, you would respond to that pitch. And I'm going to talk about in just a second how to respond to a pitch. Okay. The next section, business and finance. There's always a lot of business and finance. Okay. Looking for single women who made a home purchase in the last year. You can get featured on bankrate.com. You can get featured on the street, right? Okay. General, traveling on any budget, Essence. I might need to grab that one. That's a really good one. Health related, there are some health ones right here at the top. Need allergists to comment, the case against antibacterial washes. But I'm going to tell you something in just a second that a tip that a lot of people don't use, and will allow you to get mentions a lot quicker. Okay. So here's some more high tech lifestyle and fitness. So you can also squeeze in health in here. Healthy benefits of yoga. You can get featured on the Healthy Travel blog. So these are just examples. These opportunities expire quickly. Usually the journalist is looking for a source within the next 24 to 48 hours. So you need to be monitoring your email and monitor these requests that are coming in. French themed attractions in New York City. Let's say you have a French restaurant and you're in New York. That's a great way for you to get your business featured. Traveling to India for yoga. Another place that someone that talks about yoga could get featured. Okay. that's what you'll get when you register and sign up for Help a Reporter out. And it's just helpareporter.com. I think I saw Elena type it in the comments. So thank you. The trick, and the key that a lot of people don't realize is they'll go in for their section. So if they're like a travel blogger, they'll go into travel and only apply for the travel stuff. And thanks for throwing up the hearts. Y'all are awesome. They'll go in and they'll say, okay, I can only apply for the travel stuff. Don't do that. Go to and just read all of them, okay? Because there's a certain angle that you can hit that you might not even realize, and you might get picked up for that. Hey, Julie. Julie. Thanks for joining. Okay, sorry, I got sidetracked for a little bit. I'm so excited to see you. Well, I'm so excited to see your name pop up. Check out the other topics. So one thing that I did, I thought that I had to keep doing business and finance, because that's what, I was doing young finances. It was all personal finance. And I thought that's what I had to do. Someone gave me that suggestion and they were like, don't just look at business and finance, look at the other stuff. So I jumped down to travel, and there was a request that was saying, we need tips for college students that want to study abroad. And I was like, oh, I can definitely make that personal finance. So I replied to them. It was NerdWallet. I replied to them. I said, hey, I studied abroad when I was in college. These are the tips that I have for college students. And I included a personal finance tip. And when they actually included my quote in there, when they put it in there, it was like, Letitia Stiles of Young Finances recommends that college students do this and they can save money by doing this when studying abroad. I don't remember what the actual quote was, but I jumped to a different section. So even if you're in health and fitness, look for the other ones. If you either have experience, your own personal experience, a client's experience that you have permission to share, or in general, what your general client's experiences are, or something that you can just provide, you can be an authoritative source on. So with that said, so number one was go ahead and look into creating your press page, right? So you actually have where your, how you can be contacted and examples of what you've written and anywhere else you've been featured. Number two, go to helpareporter.com, register as a source. You'll start getting the emails. Number three, start sending your pitches in, and don't just stick to your section. Go to some other sections, because you might be able to pitch and get featured in some other sections. Thank you, Elena. Okay, so that's 1, 2, and 3. After you go to Help a Reporter, you'll get the emails and then start pitching. Okay. So now I'm going to tell you exactly how to pitch, and it's not that difficult. Sometimes you'll be a fit. Sometimes you won't be a fit. You can make your pitch very, very easy. And let me, I'll see if I can pull up a pitch that I've sent before. I have a folder in my inbox that is like press. And I try to save them there. So let me see. And I'm just swinging through my email. So feel free, throw up some hearts while I'm taking a moment. If you have questions, throw that up. And I'm trying to find I've got 117 emails in here. I just realized that I do a lot of pitching, apparently. over the last couple years. Now I have a lot of freelance writers that are familiar with me, and they reach out to me. Okay. Let's see. Good. I'm glad these tips are working. Okay, here we go. Here's one of the pitches that I sent. How quickly do they respond? If they're on a deadline, they usually respond right away. So that day or the next day. I recommend that if they say my deadline is Friday and you got the email on Wednesday, respond on Wednesday, because they're going to get a lot of email. And think about it. When you get email, you start going through the first ones. And if they find the sources that they need, they're never going to get to your email. So As soon as you get that Haro email and you see one that you would fit into, go ahead and send your pitch. Here's an example of a pitch. And this was a successful pitch. I actually got featured on this podcast. This was a request in Haro that said, hey, I need money or success experts urgently. So I took the topic, the title of her request, and I put reply, need money success experts urgently, right? Made it easy. The email will go to a generic help a reporter email, and that's okay. So here's my pitch. It's a couple of sentences. Good evening. I'm a motivational speaker with a great story for your Unlock Your Wealth radio show. In the span of 3 short years, I paid off $22,000 of credit card debt, invested for retirement, and grew a part-time side hustle into a successful full-time business. I'm the founder of youngfinances.com, where we teach simple finance for millennials. Here's the post that I wrote about how I destroyed my debt. Link to the post. And the follow-up video as well. Link to the video. Please let me know if you would like further information. I have the available, I typed too fast. I have availability for the times requested, as well as a professional microphone for quality sound. Okay. So what about this pitch grabbed them so that they were like, yes, we want to have you on the Unlock Your Wealth radio show? Because that was a podcast that I pitched for and I got accepted. It was short. It was a couple sentences. There was lots of white space so that they could scan. It wasn't just a huge chunk of text that was like, hey, I'm here and I'm ready to do. Don't do that. Put spaces between your sentences. I made it easy for the person, I don't know if it was him or her, I made it easy for them to go to the link where I had written more about it if they wanted further information. I had a video, a visual, where they could quickly go to it, which is not necessary, but it makes your pitch stand out. And then I let them know, hey, I'm available as soon as you need me. And since it was a podcast, I threw in the fact that, hey, I also have a professional mic. Okay. She got back to me. It's not attached to this email. I'm not sure why. She got back to me and she was like, we'd love to have you on our podcast. So that was the opportunity for a feature. I don't know. I can't find another one in here right now, but I've done a lot of pitches like that. One of my major stories is that I did pay off $32,000 of consumer debt in 3 years. So that's a story that I sort of lead with whenever I'm pitching. Figure out what your story is. What's your hook? What is it that you've done that you're proud of, that you can talk about, and that's a purple cow in your business. Hey, Michelle. Thank you, Jackie. So think about that, okay? And that's what you're going to be pitching if they don't have a specific request, okay? So if you're just joining, what we've talked about is how to pitch, and please check the replay because I gave you the specific website to go to. I gave you exactly the emails that you're going to be receiving, and I gave you exactly what to say in your pitches. Does anyone have an example of a business that they'd like me to kind of create a sample pitch for? If not, I'm going to go back into this Haro email, and I'm going to do one for a health coach. I know there's a little bit of a delay, so. Okay. Yes. Okay, perfect. Okay, so this pitch says, summary, and I'm not going to swing it around because I don't want to share the website or the email because that information will be outdated by the time, someone watches this later. But I'm going to read it to you. I love reading. All right. Career/job seeking coaches and referral experts. I need you. She's saying that she's looking for a career coach or a referral expert, right? Let's say you're a health coach and you just happen to decide that you want to be featured in this. Your pitch might not be exactly what they're looking for, but you can try it anyway. You can say, here it is. I'm working on a series of articles for job seekers in the media industry. How can job seekers survive the never-ending job search? How to ask for referrals for contacts and jobs without looking super sleazy. This is how you would approach it as a health coach. Hey, Kelly, thanks for joining. You would simply say, when you're looking for a job, it's easy to get stressed out. Here are some tips that I would recommend for people who are looking for a job. I'm a certified health coach. I am and you give them your alphabet soup or your title, whatever it is. Let me know if you'd like more information. You never know. They might want to use that in there, okay? So that's a way to sort of kind of squeeze what you do into something that might not exactly be it for you. All right, let's assume that you're, let me go back to the health one because I know there was one here. Okay, for men's health, if your clients are not primarily men, skip that one, okay? You don't necessarily have to do it. If you have some men as clients, then go ahead and go for it. Make sure you're looking at the outlet, okay? Here's one. Seeking home renovating couples. For an upcoming story, I'm looking forward to profiling several men or women home renovating couples. You should have a home renovation business together. That's very specific. We're going to skip that one. That's like super specific. I don't know of anybody who has a home renovation business, but if you do, that's the one for you. All right. The case against using antibacterial washes. I'd like to talk to a researcher, a doctor, an epidemiologist about soap and water hand washing versus antibacterial washes, okay? If that's you, talk to them and say, hey, a hand washing is better than antibacterial washes. Here's why. Boom, boom, boom. Here's my 3 bullet points. Here's a blog post that I actually wrote about the benefits of washing your hands versus antibacterial. If you haven't, that's fine. Then write about something, include something that's similar or related and send it off, okay? This is how you can get your press mentions absolutely free, okay? So that is what I have for you tonight. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you got what you came for. And I would love to see you at the Actionista Summit because we're going to be talking even more about marketing strategies for your business. All right. Don't forget to share this. This replay will be live for 24 hours. So share it because people are getting mad that they're not getting it. So share it. Don't let your friends be mad at you. Okay. All right. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Let me tell you what we're talking about tomorrow. Tomorrow we're talking about how to book speaking engagements. Sonia, you said you wanted to talk about this. It's coming tomorrow, how to book speaking engagements. I have a speaking engagement tomorrow. I'm speaking in Atlanta. I'm speaking in Jacksonville this year. I'm speaking in San Diego. And we're going to be talking about how I got those and how you can get speaking engagements as well. So join me tomorrow, Saturday night. I may be on a little bit earlier, but if not, then I'll be on at my regular time, 8 p.m. Eastern. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.